Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's a pleasure to be before you today. It is a pleasure. So I hope my mic is on. But it's a pleasure to bring forth another message from my book, The Hidden Tears of a Black Male. Welcome, Tears family. I say that because we all are family members across the world in the sound of my voice. We are family. But you say, Anthony, how can I be your family? We are family because of what? The problems, the situation, the circumstances that we are going through. There are problems to all of us. Some people are crying physically, shedding tears, and others are shedding their tears in a form of behavior. Before I logged on, I was thinking about hidden tears. I saw a news broadcast about Cuba. People are taken to the street. Peaceful protesters are taken to the street, voicing their concern about whatever. Then you listen to the local news. It's the opposite of what the people are saying. They interview the people that's part of protesting, and they will tell you that they are protesting for whatever reason, and maybe for a good cause, but they'll tell you why they're doing it. And then in turn, the news media will say something totally different. And I wonder, I know the answer. Have you been concerned about the news lately? You turn on the television and everything is negative, 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 negative. Why not positive news that you can enjoy? Positive news that you can be encouraged and inspired by, you know? But we always hear these news stories where it's sad and depressed, us against them. And then I heard the peaceful protest in Cuba. The government said we're going to take to the street and use force to break up the peaceful protesters. Why break up the peaceful protests with force if they're simply protesting peacefully? In this country, people protest peacefully at times, and some don't protest peacefully at times. We have a constitutional right to voice our concerns. We have a constitutional right. For those of you read the Bill of Rights, the Ten Commandments, the Constitution. You and I have, God gave you and I right to open our mouth, to speak, to express our concerns. You can have an opinion, I can have an opinion, that's fine. But our opinion should line up with who? Not me or you. If we are following God, our opinion should line up with God. That's the only two difference. If you're not going to put God in your opinion, it's going to be your opinion against mine. And if I think this way, my opinion against yours. And we say to agree to disagree, and we just simply walk off into the sunset. That's not feasible because both parties think they won. Both parties think they're right. So there are a lot of us out there are crying in some form. We can wipe the tears away with a rag, blow our nose, get the snot out the mucus. We can cry ourselves to sleep. Some people take to other means to calm their nerves. But then the best thing we need is the truth. Truth about why we are crying through our behaviors. There are a lot of individuals in any given Sunday, any given day of the week, any second, are crying in some form or fashion. So my book, The Hidden Tears of a Black Male, is coming from a black male perspective through my experience, talking to people, me working in a maximum security prison, in a jail, and on the streets. So I can come to you firsthand knowledge, not by Monday morning quarterback. Just simply telling you what I learned. And why is I'm doing this? Because it's my calling. Why I'm doing it? To get rich. If rich come afterward, then that's fine. But I've been doing broadcasts for a long time with no audience. I'd be one person or zero person. But I'm going to do what I need to do. Because I want you to hear what I know. There are individuals out there that need to hear some uplifting message. You are not alone. You out there. You are not alone. There are people out there. You just have to seek the help. You have to seek the truth to wipe away your tears. Money, fame, sex, prestige, property, or whatever you think of, do not satisfy the longing that you long for. We must begin to seek out the truth. Seek out the truth that will help us be free from the self-imposed bondage. So hidden tears, you are part of the, you can say, I'm not part of your family. You can say that and that's true. You're not part of my physical family. But if you ever experience situations and problems, or you experiencing something right now, and you're not exhibiting at this moment tears down your face, and you showing your behavior in another manner, like the mama said, you crying out, boy, you need help. Father, you crying out, you need help. Someone keep doing the same thing over and over. They're crying out, they need help. But they themselves, pride gets in the way. Our pride gets in the way to keep us from wanting to know the truth. So what do? We just simply shut it out, don't accept it, and just figure that we have no problem. So allow me to your home, and allow me into your life, and allow me into your mind to share my knowledge, my experience, things that I put together. My book can come across the path of anybody. It's not only for males. Any male of any race, a female can read and learn something from this book, as I was told when I shared it in another previous video. A female can learn something from it. Different races can learn something from it. So yes, you can learn something from it. You just have to trust. So I picked out few chapters to talk about that I want to let you know what's in the book. Stay out of my life. Have you ever been in an argument with someone and say, you just stay out of my life? I don't want you in my life. I don't want you in my life anymore. Whether it's a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, someone is having an argument and you have a discussion where they recognize that you are a problem to them, or they don't want to deal with you anymore. They say, stay out of my life. That is a tear. That is a behavior tear that simply saying, I don't want to tolerate you anymore because you're not good for me. You're not good for me mentally, emotionally, maybe physically. Or you might be beating a person up, man or woman. So stay out of my life. Stay away from me. You are not good to be around. You need to look into the mirror and ask yourself, have you really been a good father to your child or partner to me? The answer is no. Stay out of my life. Take care of your child. Support responsibilities from a distance. I don't need you, but I wish you well. Take care. I'm sorry. Take care. Take care. Stay out of my life from a distance. Somewhat like social distancing, don't you think? And the next one, we cannot be friends. You break up with someone, he said, we just can't be friends anymore because I'm tired of you verbally abusing me. I'm tired of coming back to you for sexual reason because you and I have been together for a long time. I don't want to have sex with somebody else. So I'm tolerating you somewhat like friends with benefits. So you go back to he or she just for their sexual pleasure. And then you get in an argument and it doesn't solve any problem. I have experienced that by responding to various calls. People right now are experiencing that at the very moment. They cannot be friends, or they want to break up with their friends, but they don't want to break up with their friends because he or she may be giving them some form of benefit in return for something else. You want to be my friend after all that you have done to me. A friend who I let into my very core after how you took advantage of my open heart. You have hurt me and abused me physically and emotionally. And that's why we broke up. Now you want to get back into my life? I don't think so. You need help. You need to cry out for help and seek it. Only then you will find deliverance. And then maybe you can be someone else's friend. Yes, we can give advice to friends and family members. Say, I enjoy your company. It's okay between you and I, but I just can't be your friend anymore. So we just must go our separate ways because we just can't be friends. Then the next one I throw in, You're not my dad. I remember kids say, "You're not my dad. I don't have to listen to you. You're not my father. I don't have to listen to you." When the mother invites or start dating someone else that not her children father, and then the father tried to involve themselves in the relationship by being father figure somewhat, and the child is very rebellious against the new boyfriend for whatever reason because they miss their dad. That's another form of crying out. Crying children do cry out. They may don't cry out a lot. They may be withdrawn. They go in the house. They stay in their room. Their grades may suffer. They may start doing things they normally don't do. But after their father or their mother left and went in another direction, they just start crying out in various ways. And if the parent do not recognize that behavior, then that child will eventually grow up to a life of crime or grow up to commit suicide or do something to try to bring some ease to the pain that they're feeling. So they must be approached differently. We must be observant. So a child will say, "You're not my dad. Why should I listen to you? You're not my dad. You abandoned me many years ago. You abandoned me many years ago. I saw you in the street from a distance, hugging and kissing various women. Your behavior was disgusting. And now you're telling me you are my father? Oh, really? What have you done for me since you abandoned me? I know it's wrong to say you're not my dad. I was conceived from your sperm, and because of that, we have something in common and nothing else. Please leave me alone. One day I might forgive you. Leave me alone to think." That's how some kids are feeling about their dad. Dad come back into their life in some shape, form, or fashion and try to pick up where they left off. Think the child should forgive, or the child should forgive easily, or think that things are normal and they're coming in the wrong direction. You might give them a pair of shoes or money or whatever. Those things are temporary. So the child is rebelling. The child is rebelling, maybe withdrawn, don't have nothing to do with their dad, so they stay away. Then the next one, you do not know how to treat a woman. You do not know how to treat a woman. You do not know how to treat a woman. I'm not a woman you met in a bar or on the streets. I came from a good home of trust, honesty, and good morals, and so on. And now you want me to behave in a manner that's not in my best interest? You need to examine yourself, take a deep look within, and seek out the problem that prevents you from treating a woman with respect. It's not about sex, drugs, alcohol, and so on. It is about looking into the mirror and not blaming your past, your lack of what you did receive when you were a child, or your race. You must admit that you do not know how to treat a woman. That is the first step towards learning how. Now seek out help, seek out good example, and learn to honor me. I sadly to say from my own experience, we tend to think that we know how to treat a woman, and if we have no father figure in our house to teach us how to treat a woman, we go by what we think, what we believe, what we hope may work, what we saw on the television, and what someone may have told us how to respond. And they may work a little while, but before you can really treat a woman the right way, you must learn how to treat yourself. If you don't know how to treat yourself, then how can you treat a woman? It's not about sex or kissing or money or things to know how to treat a woman. It's about proper communication. I recall a young lady telling me, "Anthony, I like you a lot, but you need to do me one favor. Don't treat me based on how other women treat you and what you went through. Treat me based on the foundation that you and I are building together." Some men, divorced men, will drag their mental wife into another relationship and begin to look at their new girl, new woman in the form of their ex-spouse or vice versa. But that's not right. You should base your foundation on that relationship that you are doing the right way. Don't meet a woman or a man and expect that they should do the same thing the other man did. I recall when I used to express myself in a certain manner, the female would think I'm arguing because I simply had a conversation. Some women do not want a man to express themselves because they think they're arguing. Some women do not want a man to express themselves because they feel that the man should do what they say because of sex, money, or how they look. No, 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 no. Even the man feel that way too. No, we should treat people with respect. Treat someone as you want them to treat you. Learn to communicate. Learn to communicate in a proper manner. Communication is not about cussing and using filthy language. Communication is, how was your day, dear? What can I do for you? Is there anything I should know? What should we do to solve the problem? Baby, I need to talk to you after dinner. Baby, can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? Communication. Not, oh, I'm the man, you should listen to me. Oh, I work all day and you do the same job. You got a job. There's no separation. A man cannot have a baby. A woman can, but a man can help out. But the man must not be the woman in a relationship. And you know, may push a few buttons. Some women in relationships act like the male. Their behavior is just like a man. And then the man say there's something not wrong. And then the man turn to be act like the woman. Yes, dear. Okay, dear. I do what you say, dear, because they don't want to lose that pretty girl or the money or whatever they're getting from that person. So guess what? Some women do act just like a man. Their behavior, not dressed in appearance, their behavior, their mindset. Oh, I'm independent woman. You know, I don't need you for nothing because I can get what I want. You know, all of those may sound good, but it causes problems in any relationship. We must learn how to properly communicate in a relationship. In a relationship, I test you. Ask your wife or your husband, what is my favorite color? What food I'm allergic to? What jewelry do I like? What flower do I like? Do I like the beach? Do I like to fly? Do I like to drive at night? Do I like to cook? Can I cook? Can I cook this? Can you bake this? Can you do that? Can you iron clothes? What do you like? What's your dreams? What's your goals? What's your purpose in life? Why are you with me? What do you want from this relationship? You know, what do you want from this relationship? Do I have to have sex with you first to engage to make sure our relationship is good? I mean, I met this, I closed with this time. It's a nice, very attractive young lady. I like her and she liked me. But she told me one thing. That's when I was growing up spiritually, you know, and I decided to cry out and say, I don't want to deal with this anymore. And she said, I like you, Anthony, but if I'm involved with any man, I have to first kiss you, see if you're a good kisser, and then I have to see how good you're in bed. I said, what if you get pregnant? What if you get a disease? She didn't have no answer for me. So we can have good intention if that's a good intention to determine if I'm a good kisser, if I'm good in bed before you date me. What about the marital vow, the love, the care, the help and the hold, the death, through the hard time, through the trouble and all that we go through? Some people say it's cheaper to keep her, cheaper to keep him. Oh, I don't want to get a divorce, I'm gonna get me a girlfriend. I don't want to get a divorce, I'm gonna get a boyfriend. Oh, I don't want to so and so, so I'm gonna live in a separate side of the house. All those things may work out, but that's not normal. That's not normal. All the things that I'm sharing with you are tiers of behavior. So we are definitely a part of the Hidden Tears family. If you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel, share the video with other people, allow them to hear what you have heard. Hit the bell so when I do post another message, then you can be there to listen to it. 99% of my messages are always live and very few recorded, edited video. That's where I started from. I guess that's good because when I start doing more recorded stuff, then I could put more time and effort and whatever. And I'm just me. I'm not someone else. I'm not another YouTuber. I'm just me. I do what's good for me. I do what I'm called for. So if you like what you heard, share it with other people. Allow them to hear what you have heard. Let them hear what you heard. Because I'm sure. Because when I tell people I'm a writer, it's a review, right? What do you write? And I give them a few examples, not maybe from this book. And I would tell them, the book I just wrote, I was telling a guy today. He was asking me something because he recognized me from my law enforcement days. I said, I wrote a book called The Hidden Tears of Black Men. He said, wow, that's deep. It's interesting. And then I explained what I mean by hidden tears. He said, wow, man, that's deep. He said, I can learn something from you. He said, I have a problem learning stuff from people, you know, But I like how you got a God-given gift. You got a gift to be able to express yourself. And I said, okay, thank you. Early in my years of stuttering and not wanting to talk, I think I did came a long way. So there, I have tears. So we all have tears that need to be wiped away with the truth. So allow this truth to wipe away your tear. God willing, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm doing one video Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, God willing, up to my book signing at the Geechee Roots store located in the Pool of Georgia at the Tango Outlet, 2 to 5, the 17th of this month. Thank you very much. God bless.